We back! Yes, you heard it right. 100%. Probably not 100% because I am in college now, but we back with another tournament video. Make sure to stay tuned till the end to hear an important announcement. Thank you guys for watching and staying with me through these troubling times. What is going on, everybody? My name is Ryan, aka Hero. I know you must have forgotten my name because it has been a minute, but we are back with another anime tournament, episode 5, from yours truly, Yuno-sama, and I'm hyped. Alright, so for all who didn't know why I haven't been posting, that is because I literally just moved into college like 3 days ago, and I got my first classes 2 days ago. So it's been a crazy, hectic week, but I'm so excited to finally be able to record and edit, and hopefully starting now, actually I'm going on a New York trip, believe it or not, in like a day. So after this trip, hopefully I can get back to my regular scheduling upload, just because I know so many of you guys are actually waiting on it, and I don't want to keep any of you guys waiting any longer. But man, does it feel weird as heck to be recording this right now. I don't know. I guess that's just me. It's only been a week too. That's the craziest part. But with all of that being said, looking at last week's video, Kaneki versus Gon, that one definitely got a lot of conversations going on in the chat and Twitter, because a lot of you guys didn't agree with the outcome, but hey, that's why I like making these. Gotta keep you guys on your toes, you know? But looking at the bracket, as you guys see, we are finally onto the second half of the tournament for round 1. Wow, this is a long series. But to make sure you guys are keeping up with every single video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, that bell button to know whenever I'm uploading, because I'm only uploading this tournament until it's finished, as well as checking out my Twitter, just because that's where I show a lot of the previews to the videos, the thumbnails, everything like that. So if you guys are interested in any way, make sure you guys check those links out to be more involved, because it's more fun that way for everybody. And of course, this is the part of the video where I asked you guys, who do you guys think is gonna win the next battle? Eren from Attack on Titan versus Belle from Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? This one's actually gonna be a pretty interesting fight, because they are kind of relatively in the same power range, and Belle has gone up against Titan-sized monsters. So as you guys know, if you guys comment down in this video who you guys think is gonna win next video, you guys have the chance of actually making it at the end of the video of next video in the comments area. Does that make sense? Hope so. Moving on. Ooh, I almost forgot about the rules once again. As you guys know, I gotta explain it every single time for all the new viewers who are coming along. To start off, it is a 1v1 in a tournament arena with an out of bounds area. The characters are all in their anime versions only. It's in the name. There's no killing whatsoever, and of course, no massive tournament arena breaking moves. Sorry, no spirit bombs. Alright, so now we can finally, ooh, raspy voice. Now we can finally move on to the characters, starting off with Sarada from the Boruto Next Generations anime. So Sarada, being at the age of 12, standing mighty tall at 147 centimeters. She is the child to both the iconic Sasuke Uchiha and Sakura Haruno. Sarada, being the Uchiha that she is, she excelled greatly within the academy years, placing 3rd in her class, and is now part of Team 7 along with Boruto and Mizuki. Currently, her ninja rank is a Genin, so she definitely has plenty of space to improve. Having daddy issues, Sarada awakens her one-prong Sharingan, which is the lowest level of Sharingan, but more on that when we go over her abilities and powers. Now we're going to be looking at her physical attributes, and she is definitely not a pushover. In terms of physical strength, she probably rivals the strongest in this tournament, and in terms of intelligence, she is often seen analyzing and understanding these situations very quickly to find the most efficient and safest way to go about each situation. In terms of speed, she rivals Boruto, which means she is pretty fast. But anyways, moving on to the overview of her special powers and abilities, the one thing that stands out for her is, of course, her Sharingan. Now, it's pretty debated as to if her Sharingan Genjutsu and her other abilities could affect other people without chakra, but for this fight, I'm just gonna say, yes, it does affect the other people. Now, with the Sharingan, the many abilities that come with it are actually not as many as you guys would think, just because she does only have the one prong Sharingan. This is easily seen by the single prong on each eye. Now, with this ability, her visual perception is heightened, meaning she can easily move around attacks, evading, while also being able to counter at a moment's notice. She can also see chakra flow, but I don't think that's very helpful for most of these characters, just because none of them have chakra. They have their own thing. And with all of those, she can also copy other jutsus. Now, I'm not gonna allow this thing to be copying other characters' powers, just because those aren't jutsus per se, they don't have chakra. But with that, she has been able to use some jutsus from other people. Now, the last thing, as I stated before, is her Genjutsu. Now, this is a fairly simple version of the Genjutsu. It's no Tsukiyomi or anything like that, but it can be very powerful if done correctly, which she has shown to be doing quite often. All that she needs to activate is that the opponent looks at her eyes, which is a very common thing, and without prior knowledge, most would get caught within the Genjutsu. Now, to look at some of her jutsus, for one, she's pretty talented with the fire nature, using the Great Fireball, while also having the ability to use lightning release. Now, also, she has the ability to use chakra enhanced strength, which we've seen time and time again, you know, whenever she says Shanduro. Actually, I think that was Sakura. I don't know what she says. But point being, with the chakra induced strength, she can break boulders extremely easily. Now it is time to go over Sarada's pros and cons, her weaknesses, and what she excels at. So for pros, she's the daughter of Sasuke and Sakura, which again are two very powerful clans within the Hidden Leaf. She has the one-prong Sharingan, powerful base strength, skilled in kunai and shurikens, has simple genjutsu under her belt, is talented at analyzing situations. The Sharingan can copy jutsus and has visual powers increase, and she can use fire, shadow, and lightning release. I guess shadow doesn't really count as release. Shadow clones, yeah. And then, of course, her chakra-induced strength. Now, looking at her cons, she has a low-level Sharingan, and she doesn't have a massive high-damage attack that could take out some of these characters, excluding her punches, but again, most of those will not probably land against these opponents, so that is why it's part of the cons. Alright, now it is time to move on to Yuno from Black Clover. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie, Yuno is probably one of the harder hitter characters in this tournament, but with that being said, let's hop into it. Alright, so Yuno, being age 16 with the mighty tall height at 5'6", was born an orphan. He was raised right next to his homeboy Asta, who is also an orphan. They were both dropped off at the same time. Believe it or not, coincidence, right? Crazy. And even at a young age, Yuno was looked at as a prodigy, as a calm-minded and sometimes cold individual. When he got his Grimoire, I'll go into it later in the abilities of course, but when he got his Grimoire, it was a 4-leaf one. Now these are extremely rare and usually belonging to the top highest captain rated mages of this world. Currently a royal knight for the Golden Dawn, Yuno has been building up his reputation as a newbie very quickly from the very start. But that's enough of that, let's go into his physical attributes. So in terms of strength, Yuno is actually not that strong. He would be as strong as any regular person in the world. But of course, that just means he has many more powers in other stats. In terms of speed and stamina, Yuno excels greatly. Yuno is to be seen as faster than light in terms of reactionary. And in terms of stamina, Yuno has plenty of magical powers. Which moves us on to the next section, which is the overview of Yuno's abilities and powers. So as I said, Yuno has the 4-leaf Grimoire, and with that comes massive magical powers. He has extreme wind power, that's his attribute, and has been seen to be doing crazy things with it. Whether that be shooting out massive attacks or making himself levitate and fly around at extreme speeds. Yuno's mobility is probably one of the big factors as to how most of his fights are going to go. Now on top of all of this, Yuno has a spirit friend, the Sylph, and with her, his power increases many times over. He has the ability called Spirit Drive, which essentially is him allowing the spirit to give her energy into Yuno, and this gives Yuno a massive boost. This makes him many times faster, while also being many times more effective with his attacks. Now moving on to Yuno's pros and cons, his weaknesses, and what he excels at. For pros, Yuno has obtained the 4-leaf Grimoire. He has a wind spirit partner, the Sylph. He has extreme powerful wind powers. I guess that makes sense. Massive mobility, can fly at extreme speeds. Prodigy with extreme intelligence. Long range plus short ranged attacks. Is very durable, and the second coldest character in the show. Looking at his cons, losing the Grimoire will weaken his powers, and his powers of course have a limit. After extreme use, Yuno will be weaker in all of his stats. Now it is time to go over both of their stats together. In terms of power and speed, I believe this one goes to Yuno for a few reasons. His magical powers are just too powerful, and his speed, well, he's faster than light. In terms of strength, this one obviously goes to Sarada because she has proven time and time again that she has muscles. In terms of stamina, I feel like this one goes to Yuno for a few reasons. One, yes, his magic does have a limit, but to get to that limit, especially with the Sylph, it's gonna take a very long time. And for Sarada, after a long use of her Sharingan, she is relatively drained. Looking at combat, I believe this one also goes to Sarada for a reason or two. One, she is a ninja. She trains in hand-to-hand combat. Yuno generally stays behind and shoots out his little wind magic. Now in terms of durability, intelligence, and experience, I believe all of these go to Yuno just because of the world that he's in. You know, durability, he can take many more hits than expected. And in terms of intelligence and experience, I feel like Yuno has had his magic for longer than Sarada has had her training with jutsus. And just overall, I believe, you know, Yuno is older and he has been in countless battles and fights, so it just makes sense. Now with all of these stats on the table, I asked you guys, who do you guys believe is gonna win this fight? Pause the video right now, comment down below who you think's gonna win after seeing both of their stats next to each other. You guys on yet? Yeah? Alright, the winner, in my opinion, is Yuno. Now, yes, the Genjutsu for Sarada can be very powerful, but in terms of just massive power output, I believe Yuno takes it. Yuno has wind magic, meaning he can push Sarada out of the arena within a second's notice. Now obviously it won't go that smooth, but I feel like after a few attacks, Yuno's gonna take it. What do you guys think? Leave in the comments down below. Do you guys think I chose the right one? I believe so personally, because you know, I wrote this whole thing, yeah. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below all of your guys' opinions, and with that being said, here are all the people that got the right vote from last battle, which was Gon versus Kaneki. Here we go. Bam! Boo! Whoa! Dab! Yeah. Thank you guys all for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like and all that great stuff. It truly does mean the world to me. Like, actually does. It makes my whole day better when you guys are commenting about how you guys are enjoying the series and everything along those lines. So thank you so much for all of that. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. And as always, I'm out. Peace. Oh, and by the way, for the special announcement, I've decided that I'm gonna be posting these videos along with other content, aka Epic 7. I know I'm going back to my mobile gaming route. It's weird, but I've been in love with this game for like 7 months now, and I decided why not just start uploading, you know, for you guys to see what I'm talking about. So if you guys are interested in that, please stay tuned, because it's gonna be a fun time. Alright, peace.